I embarked on my greatest adventure yet in Skyrim, learning new previously unknown secrets about the game, saw some real crazy stuff go down, and experienced the world in a completely fresh way. This is Can You Beat Skyrim as a Mage Without Any Spells? The rules are simple. I can't damage hostile enemies with melee weapons, bows, crossbows, shouts, or spells learned from spellbooks. The character, Professor Wolkenstein, an Altmer that taught enchanting on the Somerset Isles, always on the prowl for new scientific discoveries to further enhance his craft. He heard tales of mythical creatures rising up in Skyrim and couldn't help but wonder what type of souls a dragon houses. And so he went sailing to the cold climate, cause fuck it, we ball. Alright, we made it out the boat, we made it off the boat. Let's go. Mage Stone, of course. Alright, there are fucking wolves on the way to Riverwood. We don't have anything we don't have any weapons right now. Oh boy. Arriving in the quaint village of Riverwood, I first checked Camilla's brother's store to see if he had anything we could use, since we had been powerless up to this point, but to no avail. Imbecile. Which meant for once, I delayed my visit to Bleak Falls Barrow and headed to Whiterun to 1. See if the most incel court wizard had anything we could use, but not a single staff or scroll in this nerd's inventory, and 2. To get access to our wonderful enchanting table. Realizing our lack of weaponry, we caught a wagon all the way to the capital of Skyrim, Solitude. Man, it was here we would acquire one of the best weapons for this run. So we talked to a bottom who was missing his master, found him by boning this hallway.
Ah! Party, dance, sing, smile, grow old.
And poked at strangers with our long black rod until it was ours to keep.
As a symbol of my just take it out.
The infamous Wabbajack. This beauty causes 1 of 24 random effects on the target, ranging from instantly killing them, to turning them into a sweet roll, to healing them, and a lot more. With the weapon now in tow, we ventured into Bleak Falls Barrow, where we uncovered the biggest downside of this weapon. Not that it can summon Daedra that attacks us or heals the enemy, but it's very limited amount of charges. And seeing as we were broke, we couldn't buy any soul gems, and we didn't have any way to soul trap. So when the Wabbajack inevitably ran out of charges, we had to become one with the skeevers of this dungeon and scavenge. We did find a single scroll of Fireball. Cool. Playing on Expert, by the way. We went into the final layer of the barrow and took a deep breath. My staff was empty at this point, but I remembered that there are a number of hidden chests inside this room. And before reading the word wall that wakes up the boss, I took a look around. In the first chest, an empty soul gem, which kind of felt like the game taunting me, but you know, okay. In the second chest, okay, come on. But there is a third chest hidden in here, and indeed in here we found a singular charged petty soul gem. 2 to 3 casts is all it gave us on this bad boy, which could be all we need, or it could spell disaster. I read the word wall and charged up the staff. And we got the instant kill effect first try. Hell yeah. After this escapade, I decided that we might need a backup weapon. That's why I headed to Dawnstar to follow this monk up. That didn't say a word for like 5 minutes as we walked up. It was kind of awkward. We helped him cleanse his temple through both having him as a follower and a few casts of the Wabbajack here and there. At the end, we unfortunately had to kill the guy. But we got the staff. Staff of Corruption. It's not that great. It does 20 damage, or you can charge it up, like we do right here, on Nassim and his wife, on people that are sleeping. And then it does 50 damage, but only for 5 casts for each person you, suck the dreams out of. But it does have a lot more charges, so when we do charge it up, we kind of get more bang for our buck. We then talked to our favorite incel, killed a dragon with the help of Irileth and the sacrifices of a few brave Whiterun guards. Then we met some old people on top of a mountain that shouted at me. Then it was time for Ustengrab, which went okay to begin with, but I quickly realized my lackluster damage and limited charges, as well as not having any scrolls, because god damn they are expensive, meant that my most effective method of attack was just running through shit and using this fire trap, my advantage for the spiders. And now we have to talk to Delphine, who wants us to prove ourselves by killing a dragon. The Webberjack has one more attribute I forgot to mention. On giant enemies, like mammoths, giants, or dragons, always does an explosion of a random element, which is one of the highest damaging attacks it's capable of, which means a dragon fight usually goes like this. Now it was time for the Thalmor Embassy, which we fit right into due to our superior starting race. And it was a real clencher, this one. With low resources at the end of the mission, we barely managed to kill the last elf and escape with the dossiers. Dossiers, right? I'm brushing by this section because my footage of a really sick battle got corrupted, but just trust me, it was crazy. You really had to be there. Before rescuing Esbern, I heard tale of a way to get a very useful staff by way of the Atronach Forge, that thing in the midden under the college. The problem was I couldn't cast spells, so I can't get in. But this is Skyrim, so of course we can get in. Putting in a grand soul gem that we used all our savings on, a fire salt, broom, and a corundum ingot, we get a staff to summon a fire Atronach. New and final weapon equipped, it was time to rescue the slightly more annoying Delphine and brave the sewers of Riften. We got him out, not a lot to report there to be honest, but with him back we can now get to talk to the best character in the entirety of Skyrim's main story, Big P. Big Pimpin'. Parthenax. Daddy tells us to get an Elder Scroll, and we abide like a good little boy, and head off to Blackreach. Did you forget this is Skyrim? We might not be able to use spells, but a good magician always has a trick up their sleeve. Skipping all of the Dwemer ruins, we can easily waltz through Blackreach and reach the Elder Scroll. I pulled out my trusty rods and got to work deciphering the scroll at the throat of the world, and well, I'll just let you see how the fight with Alduin went. Holy, what the fuck was that? That was one round? Okay, round fucking 2, baby, let's go. Got your ass this time. I got 2 gems in my pocket. Fuck, dude. Come on, get his ass. Get his ass. There, surely. Now it was time to invite all the Jarls over for a sleepover to convince Barlgorf to have a siesta de dragon in his house. And while I sit here for 12 goddamn minutes, let me talk to you about the video sponsor, Rocket. No, I'm just kidding. They shook hands on who had the biggest ego, and we went on to capture a dragon on the Jarl's balcony. And dude, shout out to the Whiterun guards. Once again, they are like real MVPs. I would never in my life risk being this close to a dragon just because some lunatic says they're dragonborn. I mean, these guys are absolute chads. Climbing through Skuldafn, this penultimate fight with the dragon priest was enough to make me pop a blood vessel. But with the chronomantic powers of time, we can quick load until we get some real good RNG with the Wabbajack. And then just sprint on in there to grab the staff and open the portal to Sovngarde. We took a solemn final stroll through the mist and reflected on our journey. Not too deeply though, because this hunk of a man came up and was all like, "To cross this bridge, I gotta pin you down." And I was all like, yes sir. Once inside the Hall of Valor, we recruited the 3 heroes that would bring Anduin to his knees and went outside. our shouts combined. I had saved up enough septims to blast the black worm with my weapon that pretty much turns gold into damage, and Anduin fell for the final time, proving that you can indeed beat Skyrim as a mage without spells. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more challenge runs, check out that video. Otherwise, I wish you a very happy new year. Love ya.